Hi little peoples, welcome to 5th standard science online class. Today we'll see the next lesson in science. So take page number 101 in your science book. Lesson number 8, measurement. What is measurement? It is the process of finding the size or quantity of something. That is, to find the length of a pencil or wall, weight of a watermelon or a bag of rice, and to measure the capacity of a container. For example, it can be a water bottle or a water tank. Okay. So different instruments are used to find the size and quantity of different items or objects. That is, to find the length or to find the weight or to measure the capacity, we have different instruments or different objects. For example, it can be a scale, or it can be a physical balance or weighing balance, or it can be a container. Okay. So I think you would have taken page number 101. See the pictures. You have given 3 pictures and you have to name the instrument which is used to measure the following. You have to write the number in front of the images. So first, it is the length of a cloth. So how do you measure the length of a cloth? Yes, we can measure the length of a cloth with a measuring tape. So put number 1 in measuring tape. So number 2, it is weight of apples. How can we measure the weight of apples? Yes, with the help of a physical balance or weighing balance. Okay. So put number 2 in weighing balance. So third one is capacity of a container. To measure the capacity of water or milk or any other liquid, we use this container. So put number 3 in the measuring jar. Okay. So how do you think things were measured in early days? So in early days, these things were not there. So how did they measure? So we'll see about that. So in early times, so people used different parts of their body, such as hand or palm or foot, to measure length. So the name of the measures used in ancient times were handspan, cubit and fathom. So we'll see what these are. Okay. So first is handspan. So the length between the tip of the thumb and the tip of the little finger of a fully opened palm is called a handspan. So you can measure the length with the help of your hand. So that is called handspan. So next is cubit. So what is cubit? It is the length between the tip of the middle finger, opened palm, and the elbow is called a cubit. You can see a flower girl. She will measure the flower with the help of this cubit. So next is fathom. So what is fathom? A fathom is the length of outstretched arms. So we can see that the length of the various body parts differ from person to person. All the persons will not have the same measurement. So therefore, people realized the need to have fixed quantities to measure things. That is, to measure a fixed quantity, people of different body parts cannot be used. So to measure these things, they needed a fixed quantity. So that fixed quantity that is used to measure is called a unit. That is, a fixed quantity that is used as a standard of measurement is called a unit. So we'll say some units of measurement. Some units of measurements are length, mass, capacity, time and temperature. So first is length. So we'll see how we can measure length. So first is measurement of length. What is length? Length is the size or measurement of an object from its one end to another. So what is length? Length is the size or measurement of an object from its one end to another. So how can we measure? We can measure the length with the help of a ruler, that is meter rule, or a measuring tape. So these two instruments are used to measure length. And the standard unit used to measure length is meter. The standard unit used to measure length is meter. You can write it as small m. The other standard units that are used in measuring length are millimeter, centimeter and meter. But these are used to measure in smaller length. For example, for the length of a pencil or a cloth piece or a rubber or a textbook, etc. For these we use millimeter, centimeter or meter. So the kilometer is used to measure longer lengths or distances, that is to measure the distance between your school and your home, or to measure the length of two cities or towns or anything will be measured in kilometers. Okay. The units of length can be changed from one to another. That is, we can change the units of length, that is it can be millimeter or centimeter or meter or kilometer. It can be changed from one to another. For example, 10 millimeters, that is 10 mm, is equal to 1 centimeter, 1 cm. So we can write mm as a short form of millimeters and cm for centimeter. That is, if it is cm, it means it is centimeter, or if it is mm, it is called millimeters. So 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. So if you see the scale, you can see after 0 you will be having small lines, that is 10 lines. After that they would have written 1 cm in your scale. So what does that mean? So 10 millimeters, they form together to be called as 1 centimeters. That is 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter, or 20 millimeters is equal to 2 centimeters. 30 millimeters is equal to 3 centimeters and so on. So like that, 100 centimeters will be called as 1 meter. So 100 centimeter is equal to 1 meter. So likewise, 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. So this is very important. You have to by heart. Okay. So don't forget, 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. And 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. Millimeters and centimeters are used to measure small distances, and kilometers are used to measure longer lengths. Okay. So this is about measurement of length. Okay. So we can measure with the help of a meter ruler or measuring tape to find the distance between a wall or any smaller items like pencil, etc. Okay. So next is measurement of mass, that is weight of an object. So what does mass tells us? Mass tells us how heavy or light an object is. Okay. So a beam balance or weighing balance is an instrument to measure mass. The standard unit used to measure mass is kilogram. So the standard unit to measure mass is called as kilogram. It can be written as kg. Milligram and gram are used to measure smaller mass. Kilogram is used to measure larger mass, and milligram and gram are used to measure smaller mass. For example, to measure the weight of a rubber or one apple or one tomato, it can be measured in gram or milligram because it is a smaller mass, smaller object. Okay. So when is kilogram used? kilogram is used to measure larger mass like that of a bag of rice or a big bag of potatoes or the weight of a person. Okay, for larger things the measurement uses kilogram. For smaller mass it is milligram or gram. Okay. So the units of mass can also be changed from one to another like that of a length. Here 1000 milligrams, that is mg, is equal to 1 gram or g. So the short form of milligrams is mg and short form of gram is g. So 1000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram and 1000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram or 1 kg. So 1000 milligrams is equal to 1 gram, 1000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So this is the measurement of mass. So with this we'll end with this session. We'll see the next measurement in our next class. Okay, bye.